So if you've come here looking for the key to success in finding real estate clients, I might have it for you. Stay tuned. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Stefanie Lugo, and I am obsessed with helping real estate agents grow their dream business. If you're into that kind of thing, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel where I share all kinds of tips on business, strategies, and marketing for real estate. Okay, so all jokes aside, as a real estate agent, I understand the need to always be looking for the next deal or the next client, right? And a lot of times when I'm coaching and mentoring real estate agents, which I've done for years now, that is the number one concern that I have, especially when they're new. They say, Stefanie, how am I going to find my first clients? How do I find consistency in my business? What do I need to do? I want to challenge you right now to get out of the lead mindset and get into the client mindset. So before we even get into like the steps I've got for you, if you are always looking for your next lead, you're kind of missing the point. Like, would you rather find 100 leads or find 2 solid clients who are for sure going to close? I think most of us want the sure thing where they're going to work with clients who trust them and who will go through the process and actually close on a deal for them. And so I say this because it might not feel like it right now, but it's easy to find a real estate lead. Like everybody and their mother, it doesn't matter what they're doing at any given point, they're always going to be thinking in the back of their mind, when do I need to buy or when do I need to sell? Real estate is just one of those survival needs, right? Like we're always going to need shelter. So someone's always going to need it. And you can literally stand outside of the grocery store looking at people pass by and find somebody who's interested in real estate. I say that all the time, but I actually knew a realtor who did that and passed out his business cards to everybody who passed by, and he actually got a real estate lead. I don't think he closed it, but I'm just saying that to share. They're out there, but I don't think that what we want is a bunch of leads that go nowhere. What we want are clients, okay? So then the question is, how do we get clients? Like sure thing, bona fide, committed clients who are not going to make us hate our jobs. The first thing that you've got to be doing all the time, like if you've decided to be a real estate agent and you've decided this is going to be your life, you, much like Ariel and Ursula, have signed a contract saying that you are now committing for the rest of your business life to put yourself out there. And I get that this is really inconvenient for people who hate putting themselves out there. And I'm one of them. Hi, my name is Stefanie. I am a major introvert, and I would rather walk on nails than have to go and meet new people every day. It's actually a true thing. Like I struggled for years in my confidence, in my ability to convert, in my ability literally just to hold a normal conversation with someone new, because I'm very introverted and that's just not the kind of stuff I like to do. I want to tinker in the background. That's why I'm an expert in systems and marketing. But when I was asking my husband, Bryce, who I started in real estate with years ago, I was asking him recently, like, what did we do in that first year? I couldn't remember like what we were doing every day before we are like where we are now, where we have consistent clients, we're closing deals every month. We still earned 6 figures that year. We earned our goal income, but I couldn't really remember what we were doing all day. And he looked at me and he said, well, we were out. Like every single day, remember, we got up, we were out the door by 9 a.m. We were dressed in business cash, and we were either going to broker events, to networking events. We were going out to open houses. We were touring listings and creating content with that. Like from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., we were out. Even if we were just setting up shop somewhere to work on our computers, we did it out. We went to coffee shops. We went to restaurants. We really put ourselves in as many positions to interact with the public as we could. And when he said that, it totally clicked, because I remember those days and I remember how draining that was for me as an introvert. But even today, I can trace back clients who have done multiple deals with us over the last better part of a decade from those early days and just getting out and getting face-to-faces. If you don't have clients that you're working with right now, get out from behind the screen. You have to be going out and meeting with at least 3 new people every single day. If you don't know how to do that, pull up meetup.com, look on social media, find new entrepreneur or small business meetup groups, in your area and find a way to get involved. Now you might think, but Stefanie, like I'm looking for a deal, I'm looking for real estate leads. We already talked about that everybody needs real estate. We already covered that at the beginning of the video, right? And so at some point, if you are conversing like a normal human being with people, and if you're asking about their business, if you're asking about how they do things, who they work with, how you can support them, what their hopes and dreams are, at some point they're going to realize, oh, I've been talking about myself a lot here. I should probably ask this friendly realtor what they do for business, or, you know, what they're up to. And so naturally, you then will get permission to talk about real estate in an engaging and genuine way. And I will tell you straight up, yesterday, as I was kind of putting together my little talking points for this video, this happened to me 3 times organically without me even trying. I had 3 organic real estate conversations just by going through my day. One of them was a delivery driver who was dropping a bunch of stuff off at my house, and we were just striking up a conversation. And he noticed I had some real estate supplies delivered to my house, so he asked me about the market. Another was a really cute old couple in my neighborhood who just happened to be sitting next to us at a table at a restaurant as Bryce and I were enjoying a nice lunch together. This cute old man leaned over and just had to get into our business, but started talking to us about whether or not we liked the restaurant and do we live in the neighborhood, and oh, what do you guys do? Well, we told him that we're in real estate, and naturally we had a great conversation about the real estate market, and we gave him our card, right? So there are so many different ways that you can have these conversations, but if you're not getting out there, putting yourself into the position to get lucky enough to have these conversations, you're not gonna have them at all. Now, you need to know the market, okay? Now, especially with newer agents, when I'm telling them this advice of go put yourself out there, the next objection they give me is, but what do I say? I don't know what to say or how to say it. You have to become a student of the real estate market, right? Like if you don't understand how to read market data and know what's actually happening in your area, then you're not going to be able to really have a conversation with the individuals you ultimately end up conversing with. For example, you might put yourself in a position at the gym to have a great conversation with someone who just happens to have just moved to your area, and they might need to buy a home in the next couple of months. They might say something about the market that is completely wrong and off from reality. But if you don't know the market well enough, you're not going to be able to help guide them back to a place of making a sane decision. So for example, if you're talking to somebody and they say, man, yeah, I've been thinking about buying forever, but it's just more cost effective for me to rent. You might say, well, why would you think that? Walk me through that thought process. And they might say, well, you know, my rent right now is going up, but at least I don't have to put down 20% down or 40% down for a down payment. Ding, ding, ding. Well, actually, you don't have to put 20 or 40% down for a down payment. And instead, wouldn't you rather put down like a 3 or 5% down payment just so that you can stop the rising rent every year? And then you can have an actual conversation. But again, if you don't understand the market, if you don't understand loan products, if you don't understand your product, you're not going to be able to do that very effectively. When I was having that conversation yesterday with that old man that I had mentioned, he asked us what our biggest challenge in real estate right now was. And what a thoughtful, kind, generous question from him, first of all. And Bryce said, actually, our biggest challenge right now is just educating our clients out of uncertainty. So they are met with so many conflicting messages that our job is to help guide them with data and facts so that they can actually make the right decisions for their family, while at the same time they're getting bombarded by all kinds of crazy headlines on social media and the news, and, you know, by their parents who might not know anything about real estate. And so again, I say this to illustrate that when you know the market and you understand what's happening on a day-to-day basis, it becomes a lot more simple. And the best way you can do this is schedule 5 to 10 minutes each day to pull up your market stats in your area. So do a quick Google search. You can either look for news articles in your area that have been posted in the last day. You can look at market data from your associations or your brokerage or your title company or your lender. If you don't know how to find market data, that's step one. You got to figure it out. But once you do, just make sure that you are spending time each day to educate yourself. So for me, it's the first thing I do every day. Part of my startup sequence at my workday, I'm always pulling up the Cromford Report. I love the Cromford Report. They service primarily Maricopa County, like Arizona. So it's really, really hyper local to my area. But they put out great daily commentary. They put out amazing reporting every single week. It's part of my routine to check out that data every single day, and that's what you should be doing too. Okay, now finally, let's bring this full circle. You're getting face-to-faces. You're having thoughtful conversations because you know the market. You then need to be setting appointments. Getting a lead is one thing, but if you can't set an appointment with that person, you don't have a lead, and you certainly don't have a client. So I really challenge you to ask yourself whether or not you have the skills necessary to set appointments with those you're speaking to. For example, from time to time, I talk to the agents in the Market Authority Academy, and when they come in, they say, well, Stefanie, I'm really excited to work on my business. I'm excited to grow and scale. I'm super excited to begin scaling my business to the next level, right? Because that's what we do in Market Authority Academy. But they'll say, you know, I'm really struggling because while I've been posting really consistently on social media, I'm not really getting leads from it, and I'm not sure what's happening there. And I'll say, well, are you setting appointments? And they'll say, no one's really setting appointments with me. And I say, no. Are you setting appointments on social media when you're interacting with people? And then they get kind of quiet. And I might apply that question to any of their lead sources, you know, on their calls. If they're calling their database, are they setting appointments? Or are they waiting for people to set appointments with them? At open houses, in their follow-up with leads who are coming in, are they setting appointments? Or are they just waiting for permission to schedule a showing from that buyer, right? Like it doesn't really work that way. Remember that home buyers and sellers are hiring you to provide a service to them. And that service is going to help them avoid losing time, money, and stress. And so in order for you to do that, you kind of have to set an appointment with them and begin a professional relationship. And so that would be my third step, my third tip for you here. You have to set appointments with current clients, prospective clients, future clients, right? People who are actively looking to buy or sell either now or in the future. But you also have to be setting appointments with referral partners, people who can refer you, with current homeowners in your database, with other business owners who have their own networks and audiences in your area and might need a little support in growing their business. How can you do that, right? Like, it's really interesting once you start thinking about all the many ways you can set appointments to find ways to serve people. Suddenly, you're pouring into your network in such a way that they have no choice other than to reciprocate by sending you leads and referrals. Side note, are you having trouble staying consistent in these areas? Because if you are, like many agents, you're in good company, it's okay. I actually might have something that you will find really useful. Check out the details below to learn about a brand new offering I am launching called the Market Authority Insiders Club. I literally could not be more excited to bring this to you here in this video, and you're gonna be hearing me talk about it a lot more in the coming months. The Market Authority Insiders Club is your monthly roadmap that is going to help you hone in on the most high leverage priorities and tasks that you can do each month in 20 minutes a week or less to move your business forward and see real compounding results in your real estate business. If you're into that kind of thing, please hit the show notes below. I cannot wait to invite you into the Insiders Club. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, and I almost can't even believe that I'm finally able to share this with you. So I hope that you take me up on hanging out in our new Insiders Club. All the details are below. So that's what I've got for you. Are you setting appointments? Are you getting face-to-faces? Are you educating yourself on the market? I'd love to know. Leave me a comment. I wonder if any of this really struck you through this conversation. And what actions are you going to take as a result of whether or not you are doing those things? I want to hear, so again, leave a comment or send me a direct message on Instagram at Bryce and Stefanie. I'd love to chat more with you there. Really hope that you found this helpful. And don't forget, we are launching the Market Authority Insiders Club this week for the first time. I almost can't even believe that I'm saying that out loud because we have been working on this for a really long time. And I just know that if you are watching this video, you are a perfect fit for the Market Authority Insiders Club. Think of this as a perfect tiny little bite-sized checklist that is going to lead you to your most drastic results each month in your real estate business. Don't miss out on the fun. All the details to join are below. Thanks so much for tuning in. Till next time, keep on crushing it.